Story 1: Shadows of the Crescent. In the heart of New Orleans, where the languid Mississippi River whispers secrets and voodoo magic dances in the air, there lies a dark secret beneath the vibrant surface of the city. The annual New Orleans Carnival, a celebration of life and death, was about to unfold, and with it, the shadows of the Crescent City would awaken. It was the eve of the carnival, and the city buzzed with anticipation. Costumed revelers filled the streets, their laughter echoing through the narrow alleys. But amid the vibrant colors and infectious joy, a subtle unease clung to the air like a haunting melody. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the cobblestone streets, a mysterious figure emerged from the depths of the French Quarter. Madame Seraphine, a renowned voodoo priestess, walked with a measured gait, her eyes veiled by shadows, and a crimson cloak billowing behind her. Whispers followed her, tales of dark rituals and forbidden incantations. Unknown to the jubilant crowd, Madame Seraphine had been preparing a ritual that would unleash forces beyond mortal comprehension. As midnight approached, she entered an abandoned mansion, its crumbling facade hidden behind the overgrown vines. The air grew heavy with the scent of incense as she began the incantation. Within the mansion, the walls seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Shadows danced in macabre patterns, and the temperature dropped unnaturally. Unseen eyes watched as the very fabric of reality wavered, allowing the spirits of the past to slip through the veil. As the clock struck midnight, the carnival took a sinister turn. The vibrant masks worn by revelers began to morph into grotesque visages, and the lively music transformed into an eerie symphony of dissonant notes. Unseen hands tugged at the edges of reality, blurring the lines between the living and the dead. In the heart of the celebration, a young couple named Isabella and Julian found themselves drawn to the mysterious allure of a deserted alley. The flickering gas lamps cast long, ominous shadows as they ventured deeper into the unknown. The atmosphere grew tense, and the distant echoes of laughter became haunting whispers. Abruptly, the alley opened into an eerily quiet courtyard. A dilapidated carousel, its rusty gears creaking in the night, spun slowly. The spectral figures of long-forgotten carnival-goers emerged, their hollow eyes fixated on Isabella and Julian. The couple, paralyzed with fear, watched as the ghostly apparitions beckoned them towards the macabre ride. Reluctantly, they stepped onto the carousel, its music now a haunting lullaby. As the couple began their ghostly dance, the shadows around them whispered tales of lost souls and unfinished stories. The carousel spun faster, its rusty gears protesting in agony. Back in the mansion, Madame Seraphine reveled in the chaos she had unleashed. The spirits, freed from their eternal slumber, roamed the streets in a twisted masquerade. The city had become a nightmarish carnival, where the living and the dead danced together in a ghastly celebration. As dawn approached, the spectral carnival faded into the mist, leaving the city of New Orleans to awaken from its haunted dreams. Isabella and Julian found themselves back in the bustling French Quarter, the memories of the night's horrors lingering like a ghostly touch. The following year, as the carnival returned, the people of New Orleans couldn't shake the feeling that shadows still clung to the Crescent City. Whispers of the haunted carousel and the voodoo priestess echoed through the cobblestone streets, a chilling reminder that some nightmares never truly fade away. And so every year, as the carnival approached, the city held its breath, wondering what dark secrets the shadows of the Crescent would reveal next. Story 2: The Veil Between Realms. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the vibrant streets of New Orleans. The air was thick with anticipation as the annual carnival approached. The city, known for its rich tapestry of history, voodoo, and mystery, held secrets that transcended the visible realm. In the heart of the French Quarter, a group of friends decided to immerse themselves in the revelry, unaware that they were about to traverse the thin veil between the living and the dead. Sarah, David, Emily, and Mark, donned in elaborate costumes, ventured into the dimly lit alleys that seemed to beckon them toward an unknown destination. As they wandered deeper into the labyrinth of narrow streets, the distant echoes of laughter transformed it into haunting whispers. a mysterious fog slithered through the alleys, distorting the gas lamp's glow. Unbeknownst to the group, they were being guided by an otherworldly force, an ancient presence that sought to bridge the gap between the mortal and the supernatural. The friends stumbled upon an abandoned mansion, its facade adorned with wrought iron gates and crumbling gargoyles. A flickering neon sign above the entrance declared Madame Eloise's Carnival Emporium, where dreams and nightmares converge. Drawn by an irresistible force, they entered the dilapidated building, its creaking floorboards protesting beneath their weight. Inside, the air was heavy with the scent of incense, and dimly lit candles flickered in the corners of the room. Madame Eloise, a mysterious figure draped in tattered lace, emerged from the shadows. Her eyes glowed with an otherworldly intensity as she beckoned the friends to participate in a forbidden game that would unveil the city's darkest secrets. Reluctantly, the group agreed, and Madame Eloise led them through a labyrinth of corridors that seemed to defy the laws of space and time. The walls whispered tales of lost souls, and the air echoed with the distant cries of spirits trapped between worlds. They arrived at a hidden chamber, adorned with ancient symbols and faded carnival posters. In the center stood a weathered carousel, its once vibrant colors now muted by time. Madame Eloise explained that the carousel was a conduit between realms, a gateway to a realm where the living and the dead coexisted. As the friends hesitated, unsure of whether to proceed, Madame Eloise chanted an incantation that sent the carousel into a slow, mournful spin. The air crackled with energy as the friends found themselves transported to a surreal dimension, caught between the pulsating heartbeats of the living and the ethereal whispers of the dead. The spectral figures of long-lost carnival-goers materialized around them, their eyes hollow and vacant. The carousel, now infused with an otherworldly energy, spun faster and faster, pulling the friends deeper into the realm of the supernatural. The boundary between the living and the dead blurred, and the friends felt the chilling touch of spectral hands reaching out to them. As the carnival music reached a crescendo, the friends were returned to the abandoned mansion. Madame Eloise stood before them, her eyes filled with a malevolent gleam. The friends, shaken and changed by the experience, stumbled out of the mansion and into the misty streets of New Orleans. The following morning, the city awoke to a carnival unlike any other. The air was heavy with an eerie silence, and the streets were adorned with cryptic symbols that appeared overnight. The friends, haunted by the memories of their spectral encounter, found themselves forever bound to the city's dark secrets. From that day forward, the abandoned mansion became a place of whispered legends, a cautionary tale told to those who dared to venture too close to the thin veil between realms during the New Orleans Carnival. The city, with its rich history and mystical allure, continued to hold its secrets close as the shadows of the supernatural lingered in the alleys, waiting for the next group of unsuspecting revelers to traverse the boundary between the living and the dead. Story 3. The Midnight Parade, New Orleans. Bathed in the glow of gas lamps and the distant hum of jazz, prepared for its annual carnival. The air was thick with anticipation, and the streets buzzed with a vibrant energy that masked the ancient secrets lingering beneath the surface. Dressed in elaborate costumes that seemed to echo the city's historical mysteries, Olivia, Michael, Sophia, and Ethan ventured into the heart of the French Quarter. Unbeknownst to them, their path was guided by an unseen force, a spectral presence that sought to weave their destinies into the fabric of New Orleans' haunted tapestry. The friends found themselves drawn to an alley that diverged from the bustling main streets. As they walked, the lively sounds of the carnival faded into a distant murmur, replaced by an eerie silence that seemed to linger in the air like a ghostly premonition. Unfazed, the group pressed on, the flickering gas lamps casting long, distorted shadows on the cobblestone streets. Their journey led them to an old, forgotten cemetery, hidden behind an ornate iron gate. The headstones, weathered by time, stood like silent sentinels, marking the resting places of those who had long since passed. Intrigued, the friends entered the graveyard, where the atmosphere grew denser with an otherworldly energy. At the heart of the cemetery, a dilapidated mausoleum stood bathed in an ethereal glow. The group approached cautiously, the air pulsating with an unnatural energy. As they pushed open the creaking door, they were greeted by the haunting melody of a distant jazz band, a phantom echo of the revelry they had left behind. Inside the mausoleum, the atmosphere shifted. Shadows danced along the walls and the air shimmered with an unseen presence. A mysterious figure emerged from the darkness, a masked carnival-goer adorned in a tattered kepi. The masked specter beckoned the friends to partake in a forbidden ritual, promising them a glimpse into the secrets that the city held close. Curiosity overcoming their trepidation, the friends agreed, and the masked specter led them through a hidden passage beneath the cemetery. The air grew colder as they descended into the bowels of the city, the dampness clinging to their skin like the touch of unseen hands. They emerged into an underground chamber, adorned with ancient symbols and flickering candles. In the center stood a grotesque, antique carousel, its intricately carved animals frozen in grotesque poses. The masked specter explained that the carousel was a conduit to the spirit realm, a gateway to the forgotten corners of New Orleans history. As the friends hesitated, a spectral parade of masked figures materialized around them. The Midnight Parade, as the masked specter called it, was a procession of souls lost to time. The carousel, now alive with an ominous glow, beckoned the friends to take a ride into the realm where the living and the dead coexisted. As the friends boarded the macabre ride, the carousel spun slowly at first, but the music, a haunting jazz composition, gradually intensified. The figures in the parade swirled around them, their hollow eyes fixed on the living intruders. The friends felt a chilling wind, as if passing through the veil that separated the worlds. The carousel accelerated, and reality itself seemed to warp. The friends were transported to different eras of New Orleans history, witnessing voodoo ceremonies, jazz funerals, and the echoes of ancient rituals. The city's secrets unfolded before them like a ghastly tableau. Suddenly, the friends found themselves back in the graveyard, the masked specter disappearing into the shadows. The distant sounds of the carnival were now replaced by an unsettling silence. As they exited the mausoleum, the once familiar streets had transformed. The gas lamps flickered erratically, casting elongated shadows that seemed to whisper ancient tales. The friends, forever changed by the spectral journey, stumbled back into the heart of the carnival. The revelry had taken on a surreal quality, and the masked faces around them seemed to conceal secrets that only they could understand. The city had woven its dark magic around them, and the whispers of the Midnight Parade echoed in their minds. Years passed, and the friends became haunted by the memories of that fateful night. The carnival continued its annual celebration, but each passing year, the friends felt an invisible pullback to the cemetery. The masked specter's voice lingered in their dreams, a reminder that the veil between the living and the dead was thinner than they could ever comprehend. And so, as the city of New Orleans continued its dance with the supernatural, the whispers of the Midnight Parade carried on, a haunting melody that echoed through the cobblestone streets, inviting new souls to explore the secrets buried beneath the vibrant facade of the carnival.